Adidas is about to launch a brand new shoe that has been years in the making. And to celebrate, they've invited media from all over the world to experience the shoe and learn more about it directly from the brand itself. So it's time to hop on a plane and head west. This is a runner's weekend in Los Angeles. What's going on? Kafuzi coming to you from sunny Santa Monica, where I'm here with Adidas for the launch of the Hyperboost Edge. There's a lot of people from all over the world here to check out this brand new shoe. There's also a lot of familiar faces. First things first, let's go for a run with Tommy Runs. That morning, we decided to run from the hotel down to the beach and then run along the ocean. The hotel was in a great location, and I had a pretty good sense of the area, as most of us had arrived the day before. I had some time to explore, so I met my friend Ashley for ramen nearby, and then we checked out the Adidas store. I picked up a couple souvenirs for my daughters, a shirt that was a Los Angeles long sleeve for my runner, and a Santa Monica Adidas Originals shirt for my younger daughter. I also picked up something for myself. Once I was able to check into my room, I also checked in with Adidas to get a wristband and itinerary for the next couple days. The run that morning was pleasant. Tommy is getting ready for a 100K in a couple weeks, so I didn't know how far he'd want to go that morning. Fortunately for me, he only wanted to go a little bit more than 4 miles. Breakfast was at the hotel, and it was buffet style, which I appreciate for the speed and convenience. And this hotel had a lot of vegetarian options for me, so I was quite happy. Then, after eating, it was time to get on a bus and head to the Adidas Hub for the Hyperboost Edge launch event.
But along the way, also something else became clear. Performance has started to mean only one thing. And not every runner saw themselves in that definition in every run, all the time. For the first time in Adidas running, the 3 stripes moved to the stack midsole, highlighting the true performance engine of the shoe.
After a few words from the head of Adidas Running, we split into 3 breakout groups to visit each of the 3 stations. The first one I went to was Hyper Light, where they talked about how light this new generation of Boost is.
Patrick just said it out there. With Hyperboost Edge, the power of 3 is coming. coming tonight. Hyper lightness, hyper cushioning, and hyper energy. It is built entirely without stiffening elements, and it is a shoe that naturally guides your stride. As a result, you see it here. You have a ride that feels fluid, that feels effortless, and that feels instinctive.
Next, we went to another room that had a spongy floor, like walking on a pillow top mattress or memory foam, where they talked to us about hyper cushioning.
The Hyperboost Edge is a true combination of innovation, delivering max cushioning, max comfort, super high energy return in a lightweight package of just 255 grams.
I got a chance to not only see the midsole itself, but I also got to see an early prototype, which thankfully this is not what's in the shoe now, because it was heavy and firm. And then we got to the last room, which was Hyper Energy, where they talked about how bouncy and energetic the foam was. Finally, we got to see the whole project laid out, including a different colorway of upper that I like way more than the red. But I also got to pick up something that was very familiar. A couple years ago, I visited the adidas HQ in Herzogenaurach, Germany, and in the testing lab, they had me blind run test 3 shoes. They all looked like Boost and kind of felt like Boost, except for the last one. The last one was different. It was so much lighter than Boost, and it was so much bouncier than Boost. I felt like that shoe could be a shoe that a lot of people who maybe don't want a carbon-plated racer could easily use for their marathons. And even for those of us who do love carbon, that shoe could be an excellent, speedy, long-run shoe. This was the shoe that I tested that day, and Hyperboost Edge is the final production version of that prototype.
Alright guys, that's it from the Hyperboost Edge launch event. Really cool presentation, really great shoe. I've already had a chance to run a bunch of miles in it. Absolutely love it. Now it's cafe outside time, and we're gonna hang out here before we head back to the hotels. Alright guys, we got all the information about the shoes, we got the shoes, now it's time to take them for a ride.
You could call me filthy, 어머리에서 왔지 NYC Timberland 구두 입고 왔지 LAX touchdown, I ain't sleeping a beat Sleep on a beach, Santa Monica 도착했지 난 아직
The schedule left us with some free time that afternoon to make content ahead of the embargo lift. But because I already had the shoe and my review was already scheduled to post to YouTube, I had some free time.
driving, Sonny we be riding Top down, cruising down, freeway vibing California calling, LA got the party Chilling out in Cape Town, terracotta get down Hold on, yeah, hold on, yeah Venice Beach, Malibu, that's the truth, hold my soul, hold on
This happens to be week 1 of my next marathon training block, so Tommy and I decided to head back towards the beach and get in an easy 6 before ending the run with our feet in the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, I'm out here chilling on the balcony, 여기가 좋지 좋아할 줄 몰라서 난 지금 so me, and so many times
Woo, that's like a cold plunge. That is cold plunge level. Ooh, it's chilly. Oh man.
제일 원했던 Talk about the money 내가 벌었던 버릇없이 talk about my day ones 내가 버렸던 Dreaming of a
For lunch, Tommy, Chris, Max, and I went to get some tacos. Tommy knew this spot from the time he ran TSP solo, and he had eaten here before the race. Now, earlier that morning, Tommy was telling me about how he didn't know which way he should go on this choose your own route race out of Santa Monica, which I thought was funny because the race is hundreds of miles from LA to Las Vegas, and he somehow didn't realize that there was a fork in the route, literally like 50 feet from the start of the race. And how are you not going to know the first 50 feet of the route?
There's a picture of me standing, like kind of like running, but in the middle of that thing.
Okay.
Like not knowing where to go.
Oh, okay.
Because
you didn't decide that? You didn't decide the first turn?
I knew that they was going this way.
Okay.
And then Mikey Kratzer and them.
Yeah.
Like went straight, and I was like, "Where you going?" He was like, "We're going this way."
Okay.
And I was like, "All right." And then I went down like, cause that's the OG route this way.
Oh, okay.
So like it's only a block this way, but you go up a different path.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Right here is like a point right here.
Like 3 feet into the race, there's a decision.
I met somebody at like mile 40. This dude named Vic, mile 40 something, and he had we got to the same point, and he had shaved off 9 miles already or something. But he went through the valley.
Oh, okay.
So like it was way worse.
Yeah.
You know,
all right. Yeah.
Cause we just.
After lunch, we tried to go to the rooftop pool at the hotel, but it was closed to set up for an event, so Ashley joined us as we hung out at the rooftop bar. She had written an op-ed in the LA Times about the marathon, and it was published that day. And then it was time for dinner, which was at the rooftop pool, so it turns out that the event that they were setting up for that kept us from the pool was us. The next morning started with a group run. The starting point was less than a mile away from the hotel, but Adidas got shuttles for us. And I guess with a group this big, with so many people traveling internationally to get here, that makes a lot of sense. I don't love vans like this. They kind of make me instantly motion sick, so I was happy the ride was super short.
We've made it to Perry's Beach Cafe. We're about to go for a run, and we're going to be hanging out here afterwards. It's a pretty cool setup.
Adidas gave us 3 distance options to choose from with 3 pace groups for each distance. I wanted to go the longest distance, 8K, but at a medium pace. Ashley and Emily wanted to go in the fastest pace group, so I was outvoted. The route took us up a hill and through the neighborhoods of Santa Monica, which I enjoyed because it was a part of the area that I hadn't seen before. It was one of those runs where you would look at all these magnificent homes, unaffordable price tags that probably never actually go on sale, and you'd daydream about which ones you could see yourself living in and which ones you'd absolutely never take because, oh my goodness, they're so gross. The run ended where we started, back at the beach cafe. There were food trucks, soft drinks, pizza, a DJ who kept calling the group run a race, and sun and sand and surf, and it was beautiful. That evening, the Adidas festivities closed with a dinner at Bungalow. We had the option of taking the vans, but it was such a nice night for the short walk. The ambiance was festive with a DJ, an Adidas nail bar, and an Adidas jewelry making station, which I regret now that I didn't spend the time to make something for my younger daughter. There were past hors d'oeuvres, most of which were vegetarian, as well as a lovely vegetarian and pescatarian options for dinner. I get to go to a lot of brand events, and of the ones I've attended, I say that when it comes to how people get dressed up while also staying on brand, I am regularly the most impressed with how people show up to Adidas dinners. Saturday morning, most people were checking out of the hotel to return to their international homes, but several of us were extending the trip to run or cheer at the LA Marathon that weekend. So with an open schedule, I decided to join Ashley for her long run. She's getting ready for Boston next month, so she had 16 miles on her calendar.
We are a little bit more than 6 miles into the run, have turned around, and we're gonna head back to Santa Monica for the rest of the run.
Nothing above that can stop us. You and me sparkle.
Ashley likes to tease me that I'm famous and people recognize me everywhere, but I don't think that's true. However, we did happen to bump into some people who did recognize me today. But this was a little bit different in that I actually kind of know Asher and Kayla already. I recently started following them on Instagram because they keep finding these amazing deals on carbon-plated shoes at Ross. And Kayla recently won the Ventura Marathon in her Ross Treasures, by the way.
Dropping the beat, all that we need. Turn it up now, right till the morning comes.
And I did see Siba, who is from Chile, and I met while in San Antonio for TRE last December. And I did see Dan from the UK, who I think we first met in Berlin, but I did recently see him on the course with Aubrey in Chicago. So maybe you could say that I am famous, but I just like to think that I'm very lucky. I'm lucky that I get to run like this and share my obsession with running shoes with friends from all over the world.